and welcome to the ChrissieCast live from the compound. And today we're sitting down with Christie, Whelan, Browne, who by her own admission has a bad neck and a bad attitude. I debut some pretty snazzy intros, and of course, Christie reads some trash mags in the voice of her mother. Forget clap for Dukey. ChrissieCasters, let's all clap for Christie, Whelan, Browne. Welcome back to the ChrissieCast, Christie, Whelan, Browne.
Hello, my darling.
How are you?
I am absolutely fine. How are you?
Are you freezing though?
It's a little bit Melbourne winter vibe going on, isn't it?
I believe you when you say that you're freezing, but I do not believe you when you say you're fine.
No, well, I've got a bung neck. I've got a bung attitude.
Don't we all?
You don't?
I do sometimes.
Well, I'd like to see it.
It's quite rare. It is rare.
Yeah, you're a very positive soul.
Well, you know that I'm not feeling myself when I go real quiet. And that's not, people shouldn't take that personally. I'm just trying to survive.
I've seen you angry once, actually.
Have you?
It
When?
was really beautiful. When I came to visit you once at work. And you
You saw me on the day that I was the second most angry I've ever been. And weirdly for me, the first time that I'd ever experienced pure fury, it was on national television.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it?
Do you remember when I was on Big Brother?
Of course. Are you going to talk about Ben the policeman?
Yes.
Of course. I think about that moment twice a week.
So that happened like over 20 years ago. And until that day that I saw you a few months ago, that was the angriest I've ever been.
Are you telling me I've seen the 2 moments of fury that you've ever had?
Yes.
Wow. I have 2 a day.
Why?
I just like to let it out. Otherwise it festers inside me.
Have you always been cranky?
I don't even think it's cranky. I think it's like the fuse. Like we were just talking about how much we love sleep.
Yeah.
And I haven't slept through the night in 3 years, so my fuse is always short. And I'm single parenting. At this point, I just want to acknowledge anyone out there who's a single parent because, like, I don't know how you do it. My husband will eventually come home one day if I don't choose to divorce him. And, yeah, it is wild doing it on your own. Wild.
Constant.
Every whim is on you. Every whim that they have. So, yeah, I guess you'd just say when your tank's empty, the rage tank fills up.
It does. It transfers.
Yeah, it's like...
And guess who doesn't give a flying fuck about that? Dukey. They don't.
He doesn't.
And nor should they.
It's like he doesn't even notice it either. You know, like parents will understand getting them into the car seat and now he wants to climb up by himself. But that is a slow... Whose phone is on?
Me. Oh my
Chrissie.
Oh, how unprofessional.
You know when people want to climb up into their own car seat? Well, toddlers. And
yeah, I do know when people want to do that, yes.
And it's like just so painful to watch and it's such a slow process when you're late for kinder or, you know, it's like, come on, up you pop, in you get. And then he'll find his recorder under the chair, you know, and he wants to play that for a little while before he gets up. Like those moments, the patience required.
Have you ever hurt him by accident in his baby seat?
No.
I have.
What?
Not Dukey. But when, I think it was Kit, my middle son, it was summer and my kids, you know when they're like, Dukey's leaned out now, right? I've seen him. He's got those long skinny legs. But you know when they're, I don't know how old it is now, maybe 1 and a half, they get real chunky.
The rolls
and like beautiful milky white
puffs.
legs.
Yeah.
Puffs. Like the Stay Puffed guy from Ghostbusters. Anyway, it was summer and he was in a natty navy and white stripe romper. Just a little short sleeve, legs out.
Oh, you clip the skin.
And I, you know, the centerpiece of it, you put it in and I was in a rush and I went clip on that soft, fleshy, And the look he gave me. Oh, God, I've never been so sorry in all my life.
I mean, Duke hurts me multiple times a day. And the other day he
That
said...
reminds me, stop. I've made an opener for you.
Oh.
I've made an opener for you last night. I'm going to play it for you because I want to start a new segment called Clap for Dukey.
Oh.
Based on a previous discussion we had where he likes to leave the room walking backwards saying clap for Dukey. So let me get up this opener before you start talking about Dukey.
Okay.
And now it's time for Clap for Dukey. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making this podcast like an old lady makes a quilt.
Did you bash that cymbal yourself at the end?
No, I found a sound effect.
Gosh. On the Commodore 64?
Now it's time for Clap for Dukey.
Okay.
How's he going?
Well, he's in love.
Is he?
He's fallen deeply in love.
And how old is he when this has occurred?
3.
Uh-huh.
A young lassie named Grace. Beautiful, blue-eyed little girl.
How does he know that he's in love?
I don't know how he knows, but he knows. And we were at a party and Grace was there. And he was coming on way too strong.
Was he?
Way too strong. And I could even feel Grace's mum a bit like he needs to stop.
What was he doing that was so enthusiastic?
Well, they were on the whizzy, that thing that goes round and round that they all sit on.
I love that.
I hate that.
Oh, I love those. And you really, it's the centrifugal. Yes.
No, I can't go round and round. I've never been able to. It just makes me feel sick.
The whizzy dizzy.
But
Do you like swings or slides?
I like a swing.
Yeah, okay.
And I love the thought of a roller coaster, but then when I see it, I'm too scared.
Oh, no, I do it all.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you want to go to Movie World one day?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go on everything.
I need to build up. Like, I remember the day I went with Browne, we stood in the line for Superman ride for an hour. And when we got to the front, I was like, I can't. And I ran away. And then when he came off, he was like, it was amazing. I was like, okay, I'll do it. So we had to line for another
Again.
hour. And I did the same with my dad at Disneyland for the Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain's for babies.
What? No, the Big Dipper.
No. Oh, no, I love that. But I have a very boring life. That's very exciting to me.
I wouldn't ever say you have a boring life.
Really? Oh, I do. Yeah. Very boring.
I listen to you on the radio every day having a literal party between 4 and 6.
Yeah, that is so fun.
That's not boring.
That's the most fun. And this is fun.
Yeah.
Back to Dukey being in love with Grace. Or what's he doing that makes you think he's coming on too strong?
Well, they were on the roundy round.
Yeah.
And he kept being like, Grace, look at me. Well, she was on the roundy round too, just trying to enjoy it.
He just wanted her to look at him.
Yeah. And then when we left the party, I said, we need to go to the shops. And he said, will Grace be there? And I said, no.
Oh.
And I said, why do you love Grace so much? And he goes, she's just lovely. And last night he said to me, Grace is my best friend in the whole world. Like, he doesn't even know, like, in the whole world. He doesn't even know what a world is, but he knows that Grace is it for him.
Are you jealous of Grace?
No, I'm thrilled that there's another woman that he's clinging to in this world that's not me. But yeah, it's so nice for him to have a love. Makes me feel happy.
You mentioned that you haven't slept through the night since Duke was born, and I'm sorry to tell you that will continue for a long time.
No, I saw a thing on Instagram that said all you need is to put a lime in their room. So I've gone out and bought a bag of limes. Don't tell me that's not going to work. Limes are all I've got right now.
It's not going to work, sorry. What I love about our dynamic is that you're 10 years behind me in life and parenting.
So did you try the lime?
And I tried everything.
Did you?
I was remembering the other day, I even had like teddy bears with big eyes that made white noise, and I would feverishly turn it on and it would go.
Yeah. I have white noise every night.
Yeah, still didn't work. Nothing works.
I mean, the white noise doesn't work. I don't know why I'm even still doing it.
Because you're desperate.
Yeah, pretty much.
So he woke you up recently because he saw a shadow, is that right?
He said there was a scary shadow. And when I said, show me. And there was no shadow, but it was just in his little mind. And he he'll lose something in the bed, the small single bunk bed. He can't find it. He needs me to find it. He needs a little drink of milk.
At 3 a.m.
Yeah, 2:30, 3.
Yeah.
1:30, 12.
I'm here to tell you that the first, because I did 3, bang, 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 right? So I did not sleep through the night until Peg was 8. So that's 8 years of her plus the others.
I feel sick.
So you've got another 5 years of it, absolutely.
Would they wake each other up and then would it be a domino?
Generally, no, but they all woke up at some point.
And what did they want?
Same things. They'd seen a shadow. They'd, the doona had slipped out of its cover.
Yeah, and they can never manage to stay under the doona. Every time I come back, Duke's got a little cold foot hanging out. I'm like, just slide it in.
Just last week, Peg's 11 now. I looked in on her out of the doona. I had to go in and fluff it. I didn't have to, but I wanted to.
Oh no, it's a beautiful feeling, snuggle when they're asleep. Like there is nothing more beautiful than when your child is asleep.
I know, it's so delicious.
And their heavy breathing.
I know.
And their breath, like maybe it's like a mother thing, but even Duke has dummies. Obsessed, like to the point where he's got like 5 and just has them on rotation, and his teeth are being affected by it. His teeth are just splaying out.
Yes, I know. My kids loved dummies too, and I said, fine.
Oh, yeah.
Got no issue with it.
I had 5 dummies. I'm not about to say that he can't.
No, and all their teeth they're fine.
Oh, really?
In fact, weirdly, Leo didn't like dummies, and he's the one that's costing me a fortune in orthodontics. So maybe we've been sold that lie too. Maybe dummies are good.
Dummies are the answer.
Now, I'm here to tell you that in your segment, Clap for Dukey, because you are delighted by children, even though they wake you up and all that sort of draggy stuff, Duke is a delight to you, and my children are a delight to me. And I'm here to tell you that they get funnier. Like if they're already funny and Duke is already funny. 2 days ago, Peg, who's 11, but is my peer, like
mature as they come.
A woman, and dry as you like, a dry sense of humour, knows everything. Actually does though, like isn't a know-it-all. She actually does know it all.
She's just wise.
Yeah. She came out of her room and she was regarding me. I love it when I catch her looking at me because I know that something amazing's I know there's something amazing's coming. So I'm just in the kitchen, wiping down the bench, and she goes, I really love your hair. I said, oh, thanks. Thanks, Peg. And then she goes, I just particularly love how you don't give a shit how it looks. She wasn't throwing shade.
No.
She really means that. Just the way that she was taking me all in. I just love it. And she's right. I don't give a shit how it looks.
But it always looks so good.
Well, I'm fresh from a shoot. It generally doesn't look very good.
What did you shoot?
I had to shoot something for this podcast, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
It was quick, mercifully. I do stalk your Instagram.
Same.
I just love you, and I feel like you're so busy that I can get a really good fix of you specifically from your Instagram. Like last night I was watching your tribute to Olivia Newton-John. It was so beautiful. You're so relaxed in a crowd.
I look that way. When I watch it back, I think I look very relaxed, but it's not how I'm feeling. It's just that it's my job to pretend that I'm relaxed.
Well, you're totally nailing it.
Thank you.
You're so like, hey, hi guys. Thanks so much for coming. It's really impressive.
Thanks.
You are an impressive unit. But I did see in your stories, might be a couple of weeks ago, you had a screenshot of a entry in your phone book, in your phone, that says, do not answer face cream lady. What is this story? Who is the face cream lady?
I don't even know. It's someone who was like selling like Nutrimetics,
Yes.
And she's like, can I grab your number?
I tell you what, Nutrimedics had a great product. It was like an apricot brush. No, a brush. Like a really soft exfoliating brush. And I think of it often.
Wow.
I mean, it was probably tearing my dermis. But it felt good, felt clean.
Okay. Nutrimedics, we're looking for a sponsorship. Are they still alive?
Probably not.
No.
So do not answer face cream lady.
Yeah.
Did this transpire that you were very polite on the phone because you knew that as soon as you hung up you would be putting this entry in?
No, she just kept calling. And I kept being like, oh, who could this be? Hello? Christie, it's me, face cream lady. And so I'm like,
Face cream lady.
oh, I was like, you got to put the name in. Like, it was back before blocking, I guess. You know, now I'd be like, block.
I feel weird about blocking people.
I am quick to block, very quick to block.
I'm quick to block on socials, particularly if someone says something mean about me, or if they say something mean about someone I love or Taylor Swift.
Many people say mean things about Taylor. You must be blocking all day.
If they're on my page and they say something mean about Taylor, it's the quickest block I ever do.
Why do you feel so protective of her?
I think she saved my life.
Wow.
No, she released those 2 albums in lockdown and I don't know. Something happened. It was like magic and I will love her forever.
That is amazing.
Yeah, Folklore and Evermore. They changed my life.
I've never even listened to them.
You must.
I could do with some life change right now.
You could very easily do one of your shows as a tribute to Taylor and it would go off.
I don't play guitar.
Don't have to.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Surely Nathan Cavalier is available to accompany you. the little guitar guy from Hey Hey Saturday.
Hey, I wanted Duke doesn't know any songs that aren't nursery rhymes. The one song he knows is Shake It Off, and I'm going to send you a video of him singing it.
Yes, please.
It'll make you very happy. We dance to that song every night before bed.
That's probably not wise. It's a very up song.
No, it's to get the energy out.
God, they got a lot of energy, don't they?
Oh.
Oof. Do not answer face cream lady. I did a little search because life is all about finding people that do the same things that you do that you think you're the only one that does it.
Right?
That's the best. It's the best thing in the world.
It's what Seinfeld was. That's what the whole show was.
Yeah.
The little idiosyncrasies of human beings.
So I did a little search on my phone.
Okay. Who have you got?
I'm going to hand it to you. And you've got to read them.
There's a list.
Some of them are duplicates. What does it say?
April, do not answer.
Personal trainer. Oh, I don't like a phone call from a personal trainer.
What? Was she stalking you?
Yeah, where are you? Why weren't you at your appointment? No, do not answer. And I just love that moment when you're talking to that person and you know what you're about to do, but they don't know. You know, you sort of like surrender. You go, I can deal with this conversation now because it's going to be the very, very last.
Yeah, you'll never catch me again, April.
And I think the thing is, she was in my phone as April.
Because there's a full stop.
Yeah, but she's one of the, sometimes you can't remember, but some people don't suit their name.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I was calling her like Alicia.
Yeah.
So when April called,
You think, well,
I
this
was like,
sounds
who's
interesting.
April? Yeah, hello. Oh, shit, that's right. Your name's April. So that's when I had to go back in and add do not answer.
Yeah.
The next one I love the most.
Peter Heard, full stop, do not.
Do not. I don't even know who Peter Heard is.
I'm sorry, Peter, if you're listening, but Chrissie just said do not.
Do not.
It wasn't even answer. It was nothing to do with Peter. Do not text, do not answer, do not email, do not. Peter, if you're out there, do not.
No, Peter. Or you can try all you like. But before I even consider answering, I'm telling myself, do not.
I can't believe you don't even know who he is.
I've got absolutely no idea. Peter Hurd.
Do you know what I
do
thought?
not.
I thought it was meant to be another Peter name.
Oh, Peter Ford. Do not. What a mean guy.
I know, we've never gone there. We've never told the listeners about our story.
And you know what? I don't want to because he would love it so much.
And he'd start tweeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vicious, ignorant things about women.
Let's just say, Peter Ford, do not.
Just do not.
Do not.
Do you know what shocked me to the core that no one really talks about when you have kids?
Mm-hmm.
Childcare costs.
Oh, outrageous.
You know that, I don't know how often Duke is in childcare, but you know that you're paying as much as the most expensive private school for a year 12 every week.
I'd pay double.
I know you would. But it's that much. I just don't think people realise. It's extortion.
I know. But they know we're desperate. And they say things like, that includes all your food. He eats nothing. It'd be lucky to get a piece of bread into him. So there's 12 cents that they're spending on him. They say he gets his nappies. Well, he's toilet trained now, apart from the times that he needs to do a poo.
I want to talk about toilet training.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, I think you've done it too quick.
Oh, well, the wee is fine. The wee is perfect. It's just poo.
Well, because did you know that they think it's part of their body that they're losing forever? Did you know that?
No.
So some kids that have trouble with the poo part, and I won't name names, but I had one of them, they're terrified of it because you think about it, for the first 3 years, he's laying on his back and you're changing. He's never seen a poo.
Yeah.
He's never seen it. And then all of a sudden, apparently they think that a part of their body is coming out. And frankly, the size of some of them that came out, I don't blame them.
Well, what's turned him off? He did go on the potty.
Yeah.
Like, I brought him this Care Bear and I said, I've got a special treat for you if you do the poo on the toilet. Well, straight on there, I need to do a poo, dropped the log, turned around, had one look at it, and that was it. He's thinking, I don't want to be anywhere near that again. But then I also fear that I have some part in it because recently we were in Brisbane and I had a hangover, which I never have. And
did you drink the night before?
Yes, I did.
Oh, right. I just thought it was like
only 2 drinks. Like, it shouldn't have been. I never get a hangover. But we went out to the park in the blazing sun because that's what you have to do when you have a hangover and you have a toddler. And he said, I need to do poos, I need to do poos. And the hangover was not ready for a big steaming poo in the park. And so I opened the nappy and I was wiping, he's wriggling around.
Oh, God.
And I was going, oh, fuck, as I'm doing it. And he goes, fucking hell, that stinks.
Good boy, Dukey.
And it was the only thing that stopped me from vomiting was laughing. But I think then he's like looking at the way that poo was damaging me and he was like,
yeah.
He's like, this isn't good.
I definitely got poo fatigue.
Yeah.
And by the time Peg, I was really good with it. I really was. I was brave because it's gross. It doesn't matter that it's your child.
It's horrendous. My mum's like,
disgusting.
oh, you'd eat your own child.
No, you would not. But I could cope with it and until it got to Peg, to the end of Peg's poo nappy time. So keep in mind that's because I had 3 quite quickly.
It's a lot of poo.
That was 7 years of poo every day, not my own.
Yeah. Well, and your own.
And my own, which I don't mind.
But girls find it easier. It's just a fact. Girls find toilet training easier and they're faster. I mean, of course.
I remember when Leo was going to I took Leo on a mum and son date to Sovereign Hill, my favourite. Oh. Because I desperately wanted to get him dressed up as a little trooper. A ye-old trooper, which I did. I'll show you the photos. You'll die.
Did you get one of the old?
Yes. It's my favourite tourist attraction ever.
Really?
Yes. I rope people in. I've had my besties meet me there and not do the rest of Sovereign Hill, just go to the photo and come out again. It's
and
amazing.
Get some of the hard lollies.
Yes. Oh my God, I love it so much.
Sometimes I used to pan for gold and I used to think this is just little bits of gold glitter that they must sprinkle in the pond.
Well, you were lucky to get gold. There's no gold. There's no gold in our hills.
No gold in these
No,
hills.
I had to buy mine from the gift shop. Anyway,
Well,
took Leo.
Traded in for a fast pass.
Oh, you'd need the welcome stranger. You need to find the welcome stranger to avoid a fast pass at Disneyland. Anyway, Leo went to Sovereign Hill, ye old, amazing. So he's in the vibe, right? He would have been about 4 and needed to go to the toilet. Now, everything, if you're not familiar with Sovereign Hill, it's a colonial theme park and it is heaven. And you can walk around and there's draft horses and...
Can't believe you're referring to it as a theme park.
It is.
Do they even have a ride?
Your imagination, Christie. I love it so much. Like, I could go there right now and just be happy. I love it.
Okay.
And they've got like local actors, Peter from the Butcher in Town.
Peter Hurd.
Peter Hurd do not dress up as a trooper and carry on. So they've got Peter Hurd from town, who is normally like an accountant, but on weekends he dresses up as a trooper with a big moustache. And then they've got Gavin from the service station, who also is a casual on weekends, and he plays the role of the town drunk. And then you're just wandering around and you feel there's a commotion and there's dust and you hear stones going, and Peter, the accountant from town, and Gavin in their roles as the trooper and the drunk
Going
are
at it.
wrestling each other and being, Gavin's being hauled in. I love it.
It's
I
like
love
Back
it.
to the Future Part 3.
It's the best. Yeah, it is. That wasn't the best one. That was rushed. That Back to the
No,
Future.
I didn't love number 3. I watch it at a push, but number 2 is the best.
Michael J. Fox was my first love.
Me too.
Was he?
Oh my God, of course. Now I think about it, he'd be half my size.
A quarter of your size.
But like he is the perfect example of, like, he wasn't the most handsome Hollywood actor, but he had charisma out the wazoo and funny. That's all a
Yes.
woman needs.
I just loved him. Back to Sovereign Hill.
Okay.
So Leo needed to do a poo and he went to the toilet and he was angry for some reason in there. He had toilet rage. I loved it when they get angry and stuff.
I love that meme that says, "What ails you, my freeloading little friend?"
Yes. So he was angry in the toilet and I was on the outside of the toilet. By the way, everything in Sovereign Hill is ye old, apart from the amenities. I mean, it's a normal toilet, right?
Yeah.
It's not like, a timber thing
chain.
with newspaper rolled up. No. It's a proper normal toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Tampon canisters and whatever everywhere. So he's there and he's angry in the toilet and I'm on the other side going, "Are you okay?" He goes, "Oh!" He goes, "Can you open the door?" So I have to get my key out and, flip the thing, and I look in there and he's furious. He's beads of sweat. He's angry and he's got his hands on either side of the partitions. He goes, "These old-fashioned toilets, they're just not comfortable." Is he not? He was mad. There's nothing wrong with the toilet.
It's just the same.
Yeah, it was the same. It was the same.
Do you know my mum actually called me on the way to see you today?
And how is Shell?
She's very well. but
What did she say
said-
to you? How does she answer the phone when she talks to you?
Hi, bub. Or hi, Quid.
Quid. Why quid?
I think at high school people went from Christie to Critty to Quiddy.
Oh, CWB. Oh, no.
I
You
wasn't
weren't
B
then.
then.
You weren't B then.
I don't know how it got there, but anyway, it stuck for Mum. But she said, "Can you not talk about poo all day? Last time it was just poo non-stop." And we've gone
We've
direct.
done it again.
We've gone, I said, "No, I can't." And do you know what? No one's asking you to tune in. She said, "Well, you are my daughter." So, Shirley, I'm sorry, but we've gone back to some poo talk.
How does your dad answer the phone for you? What does he say?
Yep.
My dad says, "Hello, love." And my mum, very rarely answers the phone.
Really?
Yeah.
She's screening. She's got Chrissie, do not.
She's hopeless. I got offered a like an astrology reading, like a deep one, a deep dive. It's coming soon.
You have to call them?
I had to give them the time I was born.
Oh.
Which apparently, is important.
What time were you born? Just out of curiosity.
I asked Mum, time born, because you'd think that she would know. This is a message from Mum. I said, "Hi, I've been offered an astrology chart thing. Can you remember the time I was born?" I'd say about 6 p.m. They may have the exact time in the Mercy Hospital archives. I once tried to get my exact birth time from the Mackay Hospital and I found it had been burnt to the ground with all the records. P.
Chrissie.
And then I asked my dad and he said, "You were born in the afternoon, love, around 3 p.m. The Melbourne Cup was just starting and Gala Supreme won." And I said, "No, you won that day."
But do you know what? We were both born in the Mercy Hospital and my mum says I was around 5:30 p.m.
I mean, you might not be. Do you know what time Duke was born?
Yeah, I know the exact time. Because
Really?
now you have a video on your phone that tells you the time that it was taken.
Oh.
But Duke was actually born at I think it was 5:48, but the time that he was announced to have been born was 5:52 because he didn't breathe for 4 minutes.
Oh, that would have been a lovely, relaxing time.
Horrendous. Did yours come out screaming or was it stressful?
Well, they all come out quiet because they're
traumatised.
Frogs.
Yeah.
Well, they're frogs. They don't breathe.
No.
In there. They're full of water.
Well, why are we always told that they're going to come out? Ah!
Well, no, then eventually they do go, ah.
Not Duke. When
he did 4 minutes.
After 4 minutes, he was going like this, and Rowan's looking at me. So he thought he had issues.
Kit, my second one, I think they miscalculated because I had elective Caesars, right?
Oh.
I never had any desire.
Too posh to push?
Yeah, I am too posh to push. I am.
You just didn't want to.
I had no desire for that process. The pain, the fear, the terror, the terror.
Yeah.
And I just
you weren't
thought,
wrong.
if I can avoid that, I will. And it was, for me, the best decision I ever made.
Well, Paris Hilton recently got a surrogate because she had a fear of giving birth.
Did she have both of hers with a surrogate? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the best sort of outsourcing.
I just can't imagine. I just cannot imagine. It's like, hey, could you bring me a baby in 10 months' time?
And could you just make sure as well it's biologically mine and my husband's?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's very... It would be really weird because that time of being pregnant, I think, is important in terms of, well, coming around to it in your mind. The idea that this person's coming, they're getting bigger, they're going to be here soon. Whereas you could be 6 months and be like, oh my God, that baby's growing over there.
Yeah. It's like the natural order of things, I think. It's almost like, when somebody dies after a long illness, that I think is easier to deal with than if you get a phone call and that person is suddenly dead, the shock of it.
Because you've been processing it, exactly. But, I mean, obviously the surrogate, what do you call it, situation is amazing for people who can't carry babies or who whatever.
It's amazing.
Can't get pregnant. But then the idea that you could do it just because you're scared of giving birth, that feels like...
Well, great. I love that there are options for people.
Good for her.
I love that there was an option for me because I was proper terrified. And it's too late once you're pregnant.
Were you scared of the pain of the giving birth or just the whole mess of it all?
All of it. Tearing my bum open, pooing in front of somebody.
Oh, my God.
Having a dedicated nurse with a towel wiping your
Poo-poo.
bum. Oh, the whole thing was not for me. It just wasn't.
One of the most romantic stories I ever heard, when a friend was giving birth, she was squatting in the shower, and her husband was behind her, and he said she did a little poo on the ground and he just stomped it down the drain so that she didn't know.
The waffle stomp of love.
Like, isn't that romantic?
Special mention to Shirl. We've done it again.
Sorry, Mum. Don't tune in. I love that jumper. Did you get it in New York?
Yeah, do you want it?
Oh, my God. I heard you give Joel
Yeah.
the jumper off your back as well.
But you know why I do that?
Why?
Someone did it to me.
Did they?
Yeah. So do you know Scott Ryan? He wrote, directed, starred in Mr. In Between, the Foxtel special,
Right.
Foxtel series. He's my friend,
Okay, name drop.
which is a very weird combo. People see us on the street because he looks exactly like Mr. In Between, who is a hitman. He looks like him still.
Yeah.
And I still look like me. And we go for a coffee together and people double take like, that is not something I expected to see today. Mr. In Between and the Lady Madness woman from the radio. But we love each other. Well, I'll speak for me. I love him. And he was, I think we were having lunch at A1 Bakery. Delicious, by the way. Not far from you.
I was going to say, that's out my way.
Delicious. You get the plate with falafel and...
Oh, I've never been there.
Oh, we have to go. We must go.
That's in Alphington, in Fairfield.
There's one in Fairfield and there's one in Sydney Road, and you just get the plate and it comes out. It's got the freshest pita bread, some dips, those pink turnips, fresh tomato, bit of tabbouleh, and you make up the most delicious wrap. It's so good. Anyway, we were eating there and he had a pair of Ray-Bans on. I said, I like your glasses. They're really cool. No, he had glasses on and I didn't, and it was a sunny day and I was like, oh, God, I can't see anything. I'm blind. And he goes, here, I put these on. And I put them on and he was eating his wrap and he goes, they look good on you. Do you want them? I went, yes, I do. And I've still got them. I thought, what a lovely exchange. And then every time I wear them, I think of him and that time and, you know, how much fun we have together. So if you would like this, I would love to give it to you.
I would absolutely love it. But if you keep doing it as a repayment for it happening to you, you'll end up with nothing.
No, that's not the way the world works.
Would you like my socks?
No. Every time you give something away, something comes in to fill that void. And that works for relationships and friendships and things and jobs and everything.
I hope so.
Oh, absolutely. That's the way the universe works. I think that is a very sweet entree into you reading a magazine as your mother. And luckily for you, I've made an opener for this segment.
Oh, my God.
Let's pop in on Shirl for Shirl reads the mags.
Oh, my God.
Do you want it again? Let's pop in on Shirl for Shirl reads the mags.
Can you do it one more time just for me?
Let's pop in on Shirl for Shirl reads the mags. You know, speaking of Back to the Future, can you imagine me last night, 11 p.m, I was like Doc Emmett in his crazy little shed with his dog. I had Murphy around who was like, why are we still awake?
You were awake very late
Why
last
are we
night.
awake? Yeah, I was making openers for you. Now, what I thought I would do this time is instead of curating the articles, I would just give you the whole magazine and then you can just take your time flipping through and you can just, you know, channel Shirl.
Okay.
Try not to talk about poo in honour of her. But there's your mag. Just a little background on this. I love it when Christie impersonates her mum. That's it. It's the whole basis of this.
Magazines, waste of money. $4.30. That's ridiculous. That's life. Never even heard of it, and they're charging $4.30. Dad had 2 wives and a secret family. What a pig. His daughter uncovered his web of lies. They always get caught in the end. Crushed by a camel, this man was. Oh, that Biscoff tiramisu doesn't look too bad. Could give that a go. A flesh-eating bug ate my foot. Oh, that poor man. Oh, no, it's a woman. And I'm glad. What? That was a twist. Oh, look, who's this old dear? Ali and Valerie are besties. That's nice. That'll be me soon in the old people's home. Hope I make a friend like Ali. Oh, look at that little cat, little ginger cat, and the doggies. Oh, you heard from have you heard from Margaret lately? Oh, Alfie died. Yeah, her little doggy. Poor Alfie. He loved to eat cheese. These girls are having a slushie, which they contain more sugar than you should have in a week. So that's bad parenting. Help us save Sasha. All right, what do I need to do? I'll sign whatever I need to sign. Who killed my boy? Well, that's a downer.
It is a downer. Some of them are very confronting in this magazine.
30 days of winning. Don't miss out. 10,000 up for grabs. So we'll go in that.
What would you spend 10,000 on, Shirl?
Oh, I'll save it. You don't spend money is not for spending. I'm not frivolous like you and waste money on coffees and magazines at $4.30 a pop. Oh, look at these two. 1 in 6 Aussies feels severely lonely. Well, all your father does is watch TV all day, so I feel severely lonely too. 58% of people don't talk about the loneliness. Well, I do. I talk about it to you just now. I talk about it every day. Every day I say to you, you've got no idea what your father's like. And I say, yes, and you say, yes, you do. Yes, I do, because you told me yesterday.
Oh, God, I cannot get enough of it. Now, Christie, before we go, would you like to play a round of what's in the belly bag?
Of course.
I ran out of time and sanity to do an opener for that one.
I'll do a quick one here. What's in the belly bag? What's in the belly bag? What's in Chrissie's belly bag?
Hey, yes, you've got it. You've got the format. A little jingle and then a boom at the end. Open it up, baby.
Oh.
Tell us what you're doing.
Is this off your person? No, this is this.
This is a separate one. I can't live without my actual bum bag. What is in there, Christie, Whelan, Browne? Pull it out and let's have a discussion.
This is as romantic as that husband stamping the poo down.
This is my equivalent of the shower poo waffle stomp.
Yeah.
What am I giving you?
She's giving me a packet of chicken 2-minute noodles.
Why am I giving you a packet of chicken 2-minute noodles?
Well, I must have been ranting somewhere, maybe on my Instagram.
Yeah.
About how you feel that guilt, that parent guilt nonstop, and how you will go to the effort of making a healthy, delicious meal and they spit it out or they say I'm not hungry or whatever. And so you just want to give them 2-minute noodles. It takes 2 minutes. It's delicious.
It's so delicious.
It really is. And you've obviously given them for our dinner tonight to share.
Yes.
That is so sweet.
On the way home tonight, Christie, Whelan, Browne, I want you to go to the supermarket and get a 10-pack. They're often on sale. And I want you to give yourself a break.
Okay.
Because Duke is not going to die if you give him 2-minute noodles every day for the next 10 years. Do not do what I have done. I have made a rod for my back. Stop it now. Start the noodles.
Did you ever give a noodle?
Not as much as I should.
You're an amazing cook, though. I'm a terrible cook.
Go with the noodles.
Do you know what
Do the noodles for every reason. You know, every morning I make 3 different breakfasts.
Oh, my God.
And by that I mean Kit is the first person I see when I wake up. I'm awake for a few hours before them, but he's always the first down the hallway, and that is a delight to me because he is a giant cream puff. And I love his face. And the first conversation we have is, good morning, darling, I love you. Did you sleep well? And then I say, and what will Sir be choosing? And he really thinks about it. He'll rub his chin, really test the temperature there. And then he has 5 choices of how he likes his eggs. Some days he'll say, are poached eggs an option? And I always say yes. So I make him poached eggs that morning. The next morning he might feel like dippy eggs. with the soldiers.
I know what dippy eggs are.
Some people don't call them dippy eggs. Some people call them something else. Anyway, we call them dippy eggs. Sometimes it's squashed eggs, which is very hard boiled and then a knife run through it with butter.
I like it.
I love them too. It's the best meal. Sometimes he has fried eggs on homemade sourdough with smashed avocado, bagel seasoning.
Oh, my God.
This is what I'm saying. Take those 2-minute noodles and serve them every day.
But what sort of queen are you for doing that? You must love doing that for your kids and being able to do that for them.
I do, but also that's what they're used to, you know? Take the noodles, give him the noodles. Like I say to my kids, I remember maybe 4 days from my childhood, 4 times. This feels like your real life. It isn't.
So true.
Yeah, that's it.
But I do remember having Cocoa Pops. Like I remember when you'd have that.
Yes.
It was like an amazing treat.
Yeah.
But every night I say to Duke, what would you like for dinner?
And what does he say?
Every single day he says sausage. He means sausages.
Well, then that's what he has. Give him sausages.
I don't know what is in a sausage, but it can't be good.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. You are a doctor.
I am. Just check my Google search history. Christie, Whelan, Browne, as always, a bloody delight. See you next time. I love you too.
Bye.
Just got to update a few contacts on my phone with do not, but not Christie's, obviously. Have you followed the ChrissieCast yet? Do it, baby. Until next time, stay warm and hydrated. Kisses.